In part two, our attention is turned to Nigeria's digital economy, which, as you know, is expanding faster than many traditional sectors, already contributing about 19% to national GDP. Projections now suggest it could even reach 21% by 2027. The growth is being driven by young people, tech skills, and the rise of innovation hubs across the country. Against this backdrop, state governments are now experimenting with new models to harness youthful talent, reduce unemployment, and build locally rooted digital ecosystems. One of those efforts we see unfold in Enugu State, where government has launched a campus-based innovation challenge aimed at identifying and also developing problem-solving ideas from university students. But beyond the event itself, it raises much bigger questions. How are states contributing to Nigeria's digital economy? Are these initiatives scalable? Are we building genuine value or simply running competitions? And what structural barriers still hold young innovators back? That's what we're talking about right now. I'm joined by Arinze Chilo Ofia, who's special advisor to the Enugu State Governor on digital economy and MSMEs. Mr. Chilo Ofia, thank you for joining us. Let's begin with a big picture. What, in your view, do you consider the biggest opportunity Nigeria is currently missing in the digital economy space, despite the numbers of young people and talent pool that we have?
Thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for that question. So with respect to what you just said, I feel our biggest assets, I know we talk about some of the resources that we might have, but for me, our most important assets is the human capital, right? We are a country of over 250 million individuals, approximately, and I want to stand by it to say not, at least 40% of that are individuals under the age of 40 or 45 years old. So we have a very young population. How can we take advantage of this latent talent? How can we spur innovation amongst these individuals, provide them with the right pathways and incentives to go through that entrepreneurial startup journey and provide them access to key incentives like infrastructure, access to funding, and access to mentorship. And I believe me, once this is done in a well-structured and targeted manner, I think the sky is the limit. And you're seeing pockets of this happening all around the country. Firstly, in Enugu State, we have the Enugu Campus Hackathon. His Excellency is desirous in ensuring that we provide a state-backed innovation challenge to support our students here, our young individuals here across the state to discover, fund, and scale them. This also aligns with the President's Renewed Hope Agenda initiative, where you have a number of key agencies like the Federal Ministry of Communication, Innovation, and Digital Economy. Also, the Ministry of Science and Tech, now headed by our brother, an individual here from Enugu State as well. They are coming up with various innovation challenges, innovation programs. The $617 million iDice initiative is going to be a game changer. The NASENI program that is going on statewide is also providing a lot of support for youths. And what we're doing here in Enugu State, backed by His Excellency Dr. Peter Nbisimba, is going to ensure that we have a steady stream of young talents, startup ideas that we're inculcating, supporting, to help us, reach our targets of 30 billion in GDP by 2031. So I think we're on the right track. We're on the right track.
You know that campus hackathons and innovation challenges are new across Nigeria. What critics say is that many of them don't really translate into real businesses, jobs, or products. What makes any state-run innovation program like yours genuinely impactful? And what do you think usually goes wrong?
Thank you very much for that question. So first of all, we've made sure that we're aligning properly with academia and private sector. This is not just a state government initiative. We have proper alignment with academia. The first batch of universities that have gone through this campus hackathon, and by the way, we'll be doing this twice a year going forward. We had University of Nigeria Nsukka, University of Nigeria Enugu State Campus, UNEC, Enugu State University of Technology, ESUT, Godfrey Okoye University, Institute of Management and Technology, IMT, and Coal City University. So there's a proper alignment with academia, which is very, very important. Then equal to that, we also have private sector. Like I said, we're working with the likes of Genesis Tech Hub, which is a very renowned innovation hub here in Enugu State, also Nigeria at large, also the Garage and Capital Global Ventures Limited. So with these synergies, we're trying to ensure there's continuity beyond what the government is providing. Then also we have other digital economy initiatives that align towards this. For example, His Excellency is building a world-class tech and innovation hub. I believe by the end of Q1 that should be done. It's sort of mimicking the North King Kigali House in Rwanda. And with this, we are looking to provide support for startups, where we have a world-class campus for startups, investors, creators, innovators, and provide them with incubation support, acceleration support, co-working spaces. So individuals from this hackathon, they act as feedstock pretty much for our innovation hubs, and they can walk through that, right? We also are setting up the Enugu Talent City, which is our flagship business process outsourcing and knowledge process outsourcing initiative. So individuals from here that are building world-class solutions around AI, robotics, they can also provide knowledge-based outsourcing globally. We're starting off with 2,750 seats. So there's a lot of synergy. Just to answer your question, we're synergizing with other key assets, working with academia, and also working with private sector to ensure continuity and continued support for these startups.
We'll talk about continuity subsequently, especially in the next election cycle, because, you know, with government innovations like this, it matters who is governor and what direction he or she is willing to go. But in the short term, what does success look like for a state-led digital economic program like this? Is it about the number of startups, jobs created, funding attracted, or products that you intend to build? What exactly would you say you are looking at in the short term?
Well, that's a very good question. And I think it's a combination of all of that, right? Between now and 2031, we want to ensure we've supported over 1,000 startups, especially through this program, through our flagship tech and innovation hub, provide them access to funding. We're coming up with, we're setting up our venture capital fund in partnership with private sector. Government is also invested in that. We want to ensure that, you know, Enugu can produce the next unicorn. Currently, we are ranked joint fourth in the startup rankings for Nigeria and probably, I think, 900 globally. But I know we can do better than that. Some of the key startup, you know, innovative startups that, you know, came out from this, like, you know, we have Journal, which is Africa's first humanoid robotics OS system. We had a team from UNN that built an AI cybersecurity platform that supports African businesses. There's also a company called HealthSpare X. It's an AI-powered medical diagnosis system. We also have people building on blockchain, Web3. So for us, what is success? Success is ensuring that at the very minimum, between the next 5 to 7 years, we have no less than 1,000 plus startups that have gone through these programs, gone through our flagship accelerator programs, and have received funding, nothing less than $100,000. And we believe from this, we'll be able to generate the next crop of unicorns for Nigeria, for Africa, and, you know, attract startups into Enugu State. Enugu State is one of the fastest growing economies in Nigeria, thanks to His Excellency Dr. Peter Adebisi-Mba, and it will help, you know, continue to put these macro measures that help us hit our target of $30 billion by 2031 to be one of the fastest rising economies in Nigeria and Africa as a whole.
This $100,000, is it for a single idea or for the entirety of those who make it?
So the idea is, so for this round, the total winnings is about $100,000 spread across these startups. We want to be able to do this program twice a year. But outside of this innovation challenge, we're still going to be having accelerator programs within the tech hub, where currently we're in the process of raising a $3 million venture fund that's going to support these startups. And we're raising more funding from diaspora as well. State government is also contributing. So that's our target. So at least, ensure that these startups have received nothing less than $100,000, not necessarily from the venture fund. They can also raise money from the ecosystem at large. We just want to put them in the right spaces, in the right, provide them with the right visibility to thrive. Enugu State has one of the highest concentrations of tertiary institutions in Nigeria, over 35, and our population is 60% youth. So we need to be able to, you know, find ways to drive that latent talent that they have, and also keep them here to be able to, provide services and support to companies globally from Enugu State.
We have to go now, but there are many young Nigerians who really feel disconnected. They have ideas, but there are no networks, no capital, no guidance. In 30 seconds, if you can, what honest advice would you give them about navigating Nigeria's innovation landscape today?
Come to Enugu State. We are ready to support you. His Excellency has provided all the resources that you need, and Enugu State is going to be the next frontier in the Nigerian and the global economy. Come to Enugu State. We are ready for you.
It will shock you if all Nigerian youths come to your state.
No, we're ready. We're ready. We're providing massive infrastructure for these individuals. His Excellency is quite deliberate about these initiatives. I know it might sound political, but I'm being very honest. From housing, from providing short-term housing for digital economy nomads, startups, to ensure that they are well subsidized, they are close to this key infrastructure. Everywhere within that value chain, we are doing something to ensure we're the next frontier. We have an international airport, so we can be the next hub for West Africa. Yes, I very much believe in that.
A good place to live it. Arinze Chiloofia is Special Advisor to the Enugu State Governor on Digital Economy and MSMEs. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me, and you're doing a fantastic job as usual. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you for your kind words. That's our show today. Remember, you can watch it again at midnight and 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.